Sitting head, neck, and trunk straight. Chin is parallel to the floor. And beginning Kapalabhati, matching my rhythm or at your own pace. Om Bhurva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat.
Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dio Yonaha Prachodayat.
And when you're ready, beginning whatever pranayama practice you're hoping to work on tonight, so whatever one you're wanting to work on, rather. Try to make the breath without sound. Continuous. Smooth. And while we're here, being mindful of the messages you are sending to the mind via the breath from the heart. So if the heart is agitated, the mind will also be agitated. Couple more rounds, so really make it count. Finishing this last round, unless you are preferring to stay here longer. If you are, then by all means stay. Otherwise, let's get ready to move into nature, the ayamam. So if you're moving into nature, the ayamam, bring your right hand, thumb up 6 inches in front of the nose, left hand behind, thumb up. Opening the eyes, focusing on that front thumb, seeing 2 thumbs behind, alternating to the back thumb, 2 in front, moving between the 2. Next time the eyes approach the front thumb, release the thumb, simply as blink and shut. Now placing an imaginary ruler in front of the eyes, but I want it diagonally to the top right corner down to the bottom left. And being mindful when you do it, you don't cock the head a little bit to move into it. So opening the eyes, diagonal line top to bottom. Keep the chin neutral, keep the head neutral. And the next time the eyes approach the top, center, blink and shut, rotate the ruler. Diagonal line, opposite direction. When you are ready, opening the eyes, sliding the eyes to the top, diagonal line down to the bottom.
So when we're placing the ruler, it's like close to our eyes?
Make it, yeah.
Or it's not like it's far away, it's like it's here.
It's
right?
close, but you want to have it like, so it's maybe like
Extended.
an arm's length, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. Thank you.
And the next time the eyes approach the top, center, blink, and shut. Allowing the eyes to soften to the back of the skull, bringing those palms together, rubbing them together, getting lots of heat and energy. When you feel that heat, cup the palms over the eyes. Taking the energy from the crown chakra, directing through the arms, the forearms, the palms, back into the eyes. And once the heat begins to dissipate, gently give the eyes, temples, cheeks, anywhere that needs a little extra touch before we begin practice this evening. And when you are ready, opening the eyes, giving the leg just a little quick shake. So let's start just stretching the groin out just a bit. So take 2 blocks. If you're at home, grab your blocks, chop, chop. No time to wait. Soles of the feet press into the blocks, so have the blocks like so. You decide how close you want to have it in. Lengthen the arms behind you, sitting nice and tall. And you put some pressure. You decide how much you want to work it here. So we're going to be here for a few breaths. So those folks at home, we have a request for living. Actually, let's say that we're going to live joyfully so that we can die gracefully. So we need to learn how to live joyfully. Okay. Good evening, Darden. I called you yesterday, if you didn't get that message. Hello, Mimi. Mimi is Kriyas. Greetings, Miss Conway. Focusing on the breath. So we can have a lot of fear that resides in this region. Fear of being who we are. Fear of just being comfortable in your own skin. Fear of creating something. You have a lot of doubt. But if you're comfortable in your own skin, then it doesn't matter. So maybe the question is, how comfortable are you in your skin? How much are you, how are you concerned? How much are you concerned with what people think of you, what society thinks of you, what your family thinks of you, what your friends think of you? How much do you want their praise, their adoration? One of Yogananda's disciples said once, if you are seeking approval, the only approval you should seek are from those who are focused on God. But we don't. We seek approval from the world. That's what we're concerned with. And then because we don't meet our distorted reality of what the world wants, then we feel very disjointed, very out of it, very unworthy, very afraid. So what are you seeking? You should be seeking the kingdom of God, which is within. In the next breath or two, remove one block. Really press into that block with the feet. The next breath or two, remove that block. Now you can keep the legs in this position, or you can just do spinal rolls. So you're going to roll it back and up. Or a spinal roll is perfectly fine.
What was the first version you did? With the legs?
Mm-hmm. So this is a kriya that we're going to just start opening the base here.
It's so good when you come up. Just a bit more now.
something to consider. So we're all so busy trying to find our duty, right? Our mission in life, our purpose in life. We all have the same mission. Every single one of us have the exact same mission. So that means we're all on the same team. We just have different jobs, but our mission is the same. Our duty is the same. Our responsibility is the same. Our mission, our duty, is to know our true self. All the other jobs are just these temp jobs that we put so much more emphasis on. And because we put all this emphasis on these temp jobs, how can we possibly live joyfully? Because we're attached to those temp jobs. We're attached to the degrees we hold. We're attached to the jobs we do. We're attached to being a mother. We're attached to being a father. We're attached to being a sister. We're attached to being a yoga teacher. We're whatever it is. We're attached to all these temp jobs. So then we can't even begin to focus on our real job, our real mission on planet Earth. Humans are the only ones that can self-realize. And we're also the only ones that are actively destroying the planet too. Think about that. The Upanishads talk about when you've been given much, you have more responsibility. We have been given the greatest gift, being human. The greatest gift on planet Earth is we are the only ones that can realize the self. We are the only ones that can realize our true nature. What a gift, what a responsibility. And what are we doing? We're actively destroying the planet. I'm not talking about the litter. I'm not talking about the wars. I'm talking about the litter and wars that we are waging within ourselves. That's what's creating everything outside of us. All the litter, all the wars, all the turmoil outside is a result of all the turmoil inside. And yet we're the only ones that can realize the self. No wonder we have fear. No wonder we can't live joyfully. On some level, we know that. On some level, we're like, damn, I'm really fucking up. The next time you come up, stay up. And so the front room might want to you might want to scoot back just a little bit so you guys have some space here. Okay, you're going to make fists, the thumbs are on the outside. You're going to take the arms out and then bring them back. So they're parallel, and then you bring them back so the forearms are perpendicular. Pick a good pace.
Does it matter how your legs are?
Yeah, do you want to
Cross-leg it.
Okay.
Yeah, so and flip it so the opposite leg is in front. So parallel loose fist back to perpendicular, the forearms perpendicular. It might feel a little awkward. Pick a pace that you can commit to. Commit to it. We would like this one to have a little momentum. Move it. How can we really live joyfully when we know that our thoughts are actively destroying the world? And if you didn't know it, you know it now. So now you have more responsibility. Moving with a purpose. Quit shirking your responsibility. We have a solid minute left here. Where's your determination? So back to us all being on the same team. And we all have the same mission, to know ourselves. Because who you are is an aspect of God. But we think, oh, to know myself, what's my favorite color, my favorite number, my favorite snack? My favorite holiday. Those are superfluous. Those mean nothing in the scheme of things. Absolutely nothing. Those are just more attachments. And we know what attachments do. Create fear. And when we are stuck in the world of attachments, we're stuck in the world of fear, how can we live joyfully? And we certainly will not die gracefully. We will be dying in panic mode because you will have all of these images, these memories coming up from this lifetime and previous lifetimes, and you will have no clue what to make of them. You'll see yourself as you were in this lifetime. You might see yourself as a big black man. You might see yourself as a small Chinese lady, and you'll be so confused. You won't know what to make of it. And you'll die in panic mode. Or even these so-called really religious people who can quote scriptures all day long, but have no understanding of the scriptures. Okay, the next time you come through, you're going to act like you're gripping a steering wheel. So you're really gripping it, and as fast as you can, you're going to go right and left. Grip that steering wheel. If you want, you can inhale right, exhale left. So just because you can quote a bunch of scriptures, right? If you have no real understanding of them, it's going to lead to more confusion at the time of death. Because they're going to become all mixed in together. And you won't know what is what. Start examining yourself. Start examining those thoughts. Are they leading to more clarity? Are they creating more disruption? Just a bit more now. Carly and I were talking a bit last night after class, and it's worth repeating. We've talked about this before in classes about just the lies that are being fed to us that we believe constantly. The next time you come back through center, push it out. So now palms, so you're keeping those loose fists. Right hand to just the wrist. Right hand is going to make clockwise circles. Left hand is going to make counterclockwise circles. So just moving the wrist. Try to keep the arms nice and straight. In yoga, what we were talking about in particular is ahimsa, nonviolence. But society teaches us constantly to promote violence, enabling someone, right? Pushing that victim mentality. Oh yeah, you're so right. She did you so wrong. He did you so wrong. That is a very violent act. A very violent act. But society pushes that victim. She was a victim. He was a victim. You don't hear any news show saying, well, that was her karma. We don't know what a bitch she was in a previous lifetime, but we should all be so thankful that she got to pay back that karma. We don't think that way. We think, oh, wow, that is so awful. Is it? I'm not saying that if you can do something to stop a violent act, you do it. But the best thing that we can do to stop this is change the way we think. Think about God. If God thinks it's okay, it's okay. A little bit more. And then pause, take the hands to the knees, begin to pull forward and roll it back. So you pick a pace that's really good for you. Here's something to consider. So we know that certain plants have to grow in certain soils. They need certain climates. We're not really going to be able to grow an avocado tree here in Ohio that's really going to produce. Orchids grow all over Malaysia. It's incredible. Yet we have to do special things to get orchids to grow here.
Like they just grow wild?
Everywhere.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
really?
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
That would be incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Are they big?
Mm-hmm. All sizes. Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
So these plants, right, this goes back to we have been given this great gift. So we have this great responsibility with it. Keep it moving, slide to the shins. So the plants have to have the right conditions to do what they need to do, to grow, to bloom, to flourish. We humans are given the exact right conditions every moment of our lives to flourish. every experience that you have had has been given to you to make you flourish. Because you haven't used it for that doesn't mean it wasn't given to you for that reason. We're not here to waste our time. So think about those dark experiences you've had, right? They have propelled you to think of God. Those are the right conditions. Actually, if we want to think about it, the conditions that keep us just stuck, complacent, where we've got everything that society has said, right? We've got the right spouse, the right job, the right car, the right house. We travel, we're so fully distracted. Those conditions aren't going to make you flourish. Okay, pause, push the legs forward, give them a little shake. Pull it in. So, if you're not comfortable in a squat, I want you to sit, either have blocks or blankets, or you don't have to come all the way down. So those same fists, you're going to place them just on top of the shoulder heads. And you're going to push up and down. And if you're going up, would you show this? If you're going up and you only want to go a little bit and then push up, you can just do a little bit. If you want to take it all the way down, so those at home, Kelsey is showing. So you can do just a little one, or you can take it all the way down. You get to decide. Keep those loose fists right on top of the shoulder heads. And if you're going down in the squat but you're not completely comfortable, you can put a blanket underneath the heels, or you can put blocks.
My legs feel yesterday.
That's
Yeah,
what Kelsey
mine
was
too.
saying.
Yeah, this morning Edge woke up, he's like, I mean, you feel okay? Like, you how do you feel?
It's been gradually.
It's like he didn't want to say I'm sore. He's like how you feeling?
You should say, great.
I did. Right. I was like, I feel very awake. I feel very good. He's like, oh yeah. I was like, how you feel? He's funny.
But how did he feel?
He was sore. We were painting the kitchen last night, and he's like, man, I feel really good after that class. And then, he woke up, he's like, huh. I was like, yeah, that'll do it. That just means you did it right.
So all of these kriyas that we've been doing are helping to remove fear. So it's fist, so make fist. Up and down. When we have fear, we can't grow. We cannot live gracefully, joyfully, peacefully, usefully. There's no way. It just can't happen. When you start removing the fear, you start removing doubt. You have courage, you have inner strength. But more than any of that, you start to cultivate faith, trust. When you have faith, when you have shraddha, when you have conviction, there's absolutely nothing to be afraid of. Isn't that worth cultivating at any cost? Because we need in the world more really, truly joyful people. We need people walking away from the world, walking towards themselves, walking towards God. one and the same. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, stay standing, release the hands, take a hold somewhere. If you can take the back, take the back. If you need to take the front, take the front. Slight bend, but you're going to come forward and cat and cow. So just below the knees, either behind or in front. And cat and cow it.
Still straight. Legs still
Bend. Legs have a slight bend. And then the hands are either wrapped around the front or the back. And then just cat and cow. Pick a good pace. And just cat and cow, cat and cow. So instead of feeding the victim mindset, instead of feeding the mindset that's full of doubt, confusion, anger at being in a situation, what if we shift it and said, whoa, I'm in this situation that is going, everything is here for me to flourish, for me to grow, for me to bloom, for me to blossom. Then there's no fear about anything. And then you have this gratitude for absolutely everything that comes to you. A bit more. There's no, I can't handle this. This is too much. There's, okay, I get to purge some major shit. Let's do this. The next time you come through neutral, slide the hands down, and they can be front or back again, but now you're going to start walking forward on the mat, walking backwards on the mat, walking to the left, walking to the right.
Yeah, like straight or bent.
You can have a leg slightly bent, or you can have them straight. So you walk backwards, you walk forwards, then when you get to the top, you walk to the right, walking back on the mat, you walk to the left, coming up. Keep mixing it up. Walk all over that mat in all directions.
So the movement's in the hips and not the knees, right?
Mm-hmm. Keep moving.
Right?
Walk all over that mat. Don't let there be a space on that mat that has not been touched.
I didn't really think about it.
I didn't either until you started banging. series shot of Kelsey's booty.
My ball sack pants.
One day, I pulled them all the way up.
Oh, nice.
No, wait, here, I'll do it.
Yes. I love wearing my pants like that. It's the best thing going
Here,
into like
legs
Trader
out of
Joe's like
shape.
that.
They're shredded.
Oh, I've done it a lot.
Oh, you have? That's funny. It's actually pretty comfortable. I feel like I need to go get like a bucket and pail of water.
Keep moving. You got an alrighty, Kelsey, and a thumbs up.
I'm trying to take this seriously now.
I'm just trying to be joyful.
Oh.
18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. It's the side view that's very entertaining.
Ooh.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish it out. Okay, then go ahead and have a nice little 6 to 8 inches between the feet. Open the arms, bring it all the way up. Give a little bit of extension here. Take the hands to the hips. So the same thing that we did on the floor, the circles, you're going to do that standing. So same thing, pick a pace that you can commit to and make those circles.
Staying the same way.
Yeah, we'll switch in a minute.
Okay.
Feel like you're turning anything out now that is keeping you from being the joyful, bright being that you are supposed to be. That you are. Make those circles. So every situation that you are in right now is all the conditions are right to make you shine a little brighter, to make your step a little lighter, everything is exactly the way it should be. Reverse. This is such a beautiful journey that we're on. so beautiful. One of the other biggest lies that we have been fed and that we believe is that attachment is love. Nothing could be further from the truth. Attachment is not love. Attachment is one step away. It's fear. Attachment is fear. And when you are in a place of fear, there is no love. Love is all-inclusive. Attachment is not. Love is expansive. Attachment is contraction. How can we possibly be joyful, graceful, if we're stuck in attachment, if we're stuck in fear? We cannot. Next time you come to neutral, which is standing, stay there. Bring the hands up, interlace the fingers. So keep that same distance between the feet. Push the palms up. The pinkies are going to want to sneak out. Keep the pinkies locked in. Turn to the right as much as you can. And then add just a bit of a back bend. Here. Push the arms straight. If you want to add more back bend, add more back bend. Come back up to neutral, come back through center, turn to the left, so take the torso to the left as much as possible. Add that back bend. How is it different? You know, if the conditions have to, the way we perceive the conditions to allow us to grow, if life was just easier. So if we want the conditions, right, to be perfect for our growth, what are you perceiving as perfect conditions, right? Oh, if I had more money, if I had more clothes, if I had a better house, if I had parents that didn't act the way they acted, if I had children who were more appreciative. Come back through center, flip it, so one forefinger over, take it back to the right. Add that back bend. We want the conditions that we want, and that will never make us grow. That'll make us lazy. You know, we don't walk around going, man, if somebody steals all my stuff, I really get to practice non-attachment. If someone hurts me physically, I really get to practice forgiveness. God knows what conditions we need, not us. And if the conditions have to be perfect to make one flourish, then Riley shouldn't be doing what he's doing right now in prison, and he is flourishing. come back through center, take it to the left. Back bend. We've talked about this before. His price of doing a practice is shutting his eyes in a room where one bunk over, there's two or three men right in that same vicinity who are in prison for murdering. You have some very violent criminals in there. And every time he shuts his eyes, he could possibly have something extremely horrible happen to him if we're looking at it in the sense of duality. Come back through center now. Now open out to the left. Take the arms out. Right arm underneath. So if you can take Garudasana arms, take Garudasana arms. If you're not okay, take a hold of the shoulders. So you pick. First, we're just going to stand here for a couple of breaths, but I want you to push through. So push the elbows and the forearms forward. Just stand here. Just make this super active. Keep pushing the forearms and the elbows forward. We want the forearms perpendicular to the floor. So if we think, oh, I need to have my asana, I need to have my own space, I need to have certain incense, I need to do this, I need to finish all my work before I can meditate, then you're deluding yourself. If you want God to be with you at the time of death, you better invite God into your life now. It doesn't work the last 5 minutes. If it were that easy, really? Okay, now keep the arms. You want to keep the arms as you come down, and you can turn the toes in slightly towards each other, but we're going to taking the forearms to the floor. Keep the arms, so now the arms are parallel to the floor, so we're not angling the arms to get down. Keep them parallel and take them down. So maybe they don't reach, but keep them parallel. Don't dive the forearms forward. Keep them lifted so that when they land, they would land together.
I want your.
No, you first. I was just going to ask, how far apart do you want the legs?
You can have a wider distance if you want. If you're more bending, have a wider distance. I'm sorry, if you're more bending, have a closer distance. What was your question, Caitlin?
That was my question.
Okay, lift the arms up just a little bit. Yep, lift a little bit more. Yep, right there. Yep, and then lower down from that position. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to tell you every moment of our existence, every breath that you take, every breath that you exhale is the right time to think about God, is the right time to remember God, is the right time to do the right thing. And if you live your life dedicated to that, you will always be very graceful. With the inhalation, bring it up in just a very slight back bend as you come up. And see if you can take the arms now over the head. open the arms out to the sides. And then wrap the opposite arm underneath. So if you're not feeling Garudasana, wrap at the shoulder heads. Same thing, so we're going to be here for a few breaths. Forearms perpendicular. Really push them forward.
That was a beautiful quote. What you just said.
I got nothing.
I'll play it back. Write it down.
Okay, now we're going to take it forward. So same thing. Feel free to turn the toes in slightly. Same thing, let's work on those forearms being parallel now to the floor. So don't dive them forward. Couple more breaths. Okay, with the inhalation, bring it up. Get that slight lift and back bend. Bring it to neutral, unwind, step forward, arms stay up. And we're going into Garudasana, so I want the arms to stay up. So get a little bend in the left leg. Take the right leg, you can keep it on the floor, you can wrap it around. Keep the arms up. See if you can turn the pinkies in just a bit. Squeeze those thighs together. Okay, now you're going to wrap the right arm underneath, unwind the right leg, and take it into Virabhadrasana 3. So push the leg straight behind you, Virabhadrasana 3. Eagle, arms, warrior leg. So lift the leg up, the back leg up. Yep. There we go. Try to keep the hip pointer squared to the floor. Okay, you're going to unwind the arms, bring the leg forward, plant it, arms come straight up, and we're going to do the same thing on the second side. So eagle, legs, Virabhadrasana, arms.
This is hard.
And now take it into Virabhadrasana 3 with eagle arms. This little bit here is really good for the thyroid. That's our speech, right? Compassionate speech. Not enabling speech. That's a very violent act to you and the person that you enable with that speech. We are so much more than victims. We're not a victim. Everything here is to make us flourish. A couple more breaths. And go ahead, release, bring it all the way up. Open the arms, take it down. Now we're going to just release, so it opens one thigh bit down, come down to the butt. Let's go to Setu Bandhasana with blocks. A block, 1 block, 2 blocks. First level, second level, third level. So heels are in line with the sitting bones. Inhale, press, lift. Obviously, if you're feeling a little tight, first level is perfectly fine. We're going to be here for a few fluid breaths. So you want to interlace the fingers underneath the butt. You want to take them alongside the ears. So we're really trying to lengthen the neck. We're not trying to pull the chin into the chest. The chest can come to the chin, but don't take the chin to the chest. We're wanting to honor the natural curve of the cervical spine. We don't want to feel like we're making the neck flat. And feel free to stay here. You want to go into some back bends. Hands come underneath the shoulders. And press it up. Certainly is not required. Keep the feet parallel to each other. You're in the back and see if you can stay there for a couple more breaths. It's like one of the boys when they show their belly, right? And their fear. You're still in the back bend. Let's hold it for a couple more breaths. And release. You're on the blocks. Go ahead and come off the blocks. Squeeze the legs in. Take the right foot, so lower the left leg a bit and take the right ankle, place it to the outside of the left thigh. And then bend the leg in. You can grab around the shin, around the thigh. Flex the right foot. You want to roll it to the left or right a little bit. Maybe you want to drop the right knee to the floor. Maybe you want to drop the right foot to the floor. We're going to be here for 2 minutes, and then we'll switch to the second side. Switch sides. up, squeeze the legs in, roll it up and over, Paschimottanasana. With the inhalation, bring it up. Bring your right leg up, go into the twist. You can bend the left leg back, certainly not required. Unwind, take it to the second side. Unwind, and let's finish it out with Baddha Konasana. inhalation, bring it up and come to the back. And let's get ready for final relaxation. So when you get to the back, making any adjustments, so the body can become totally quiet, totally still. And then we allow the space of the crown of the head to relax. The space in between the eyebrows, relax. Temples, relax. Eyes, nose, mouth, relax. Chin, jawline, ears, relax. Neck, throat, relax. Shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms, relax. Wrist, palms, fingers, relax. Tailbone, lower back, middle back, upper back, relax. Chest, belly, all the internal organs, relax. Hips, buttocks, relax. Thighs, knees, shins, calves, relax. Ankles, heels, arches, tops of the feet, balls of the feet, toes, relax. The entire body has become totally, completely relaxed. Don't be concerned with how to set priorities in your service. When your mind is clean and neutral and you are selflessly serving, you will be able to hear your own conscience telling you what is to be done first. Priority depends on urgency as well as your own capabilities. If someone has just been hit by a car, do you need to worry about your priorities? Obviously, you will do what you can to help the person or to get help. If your mind is clean, the right actions will be presented to you right away. There is a higher intelligence that will tell you immediately what to do, and you just follow that direction. There is an unseen guide behind everything. Let that guide us If nothing comes to mind right away, pause a minute and ask, God, what am I to do? And the answer will come. But remember not to set your personal interest in any situation. You must stay neutral, and then you will know the right thing to do. That is very, very important in deciding priorities. You must remain neutral. Now returning to the breath. Directing it to the toes and the fingers. And gently begin to wiggle them. Allowing the body to stretch and to move as if for the first time today. And when it feels right, rolling to whichever side is beckoning. And when the body decides it's time, bring it to a seated posture. So we'll do a shortened number of Mahamrityunjaya followed by Soham. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandham Pushtivardhanam Orva Rukmiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyamamritad. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandham Pushtivardhanam Orva Rukmiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyamamritad. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandham Pushtivardhanam Orva Rukmiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyamamritad. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandham Pushtivardhanam Orva Rukmiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyamamritad. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandham Pushtivardhanam Orva Rukmiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyamamritad. Tvameva Mata Japita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhus Jasaka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha Sarve santu niramayaha Sarve bhadrani pashantu Ma kashtit dukkha bhakbhavet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all experience prosperity in everything. May all be free from suffering. Om, peace, peace, peace. Let me cherish those that God cherishes. Let me forgive those that God forgives. Let me serve those that God serves. Let me love those that God loves. Jai Shri